Yo, what's up ladies and gentlemen, JJ Prime here back with another video, and in today's review we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Power of the Primes Deluxe Class Punch-Counterpunch. So, here I am, and there he is. So now, let us take a quick look at the packaging before the review. So we have the Autobot Punch and Decepticon Counterpunch. Got the Transformers logo right here on the side. You have Punch-Counterpunch, his name, but half Autobot logo and half Decepticon logo, and I think, in my opinion, that is pretty clever. The Power of the Primes is number 3. Now, if you have the 3 exclusives from the Prime Wars Trilogy toy lines, like, you know, the Blastoff and Repugnus, you can actually make a, complete a puzzle picture, with this. So that's pretty cool. But I didn't get Blastoff and Repugnus, unfortunately, but hey, it is what it is. So you got the obligatory product shots and the back. Here you got the Primer Prime Warrior of Light. You got the Prime Armor. We have his bio. So Punch is an Autobot double agent. He converts into an alternate identity, Counterpunch, to infiltrate the Decepticon ranks. And you can read it in multiple languages if you want to. And of course, he is a deluxe class. And you come to the side here, you have choose your prime, because there are a lot of prime masters right here. And if you open up this flap, you reveal this section right here, choose your prime. You got the Autobots and Decepticons use Prime Masters to wield the incredible powers of the most legendary bots in the universe. Prime Masters carry the spark of a Prime, allowing them to share a Prime's godlike ability with other bots. And you can see Grimlock, Rodimus, you can see Moonracer, you got Metal Hawk, you got Swoop, you got Dreadwind, and you got Optimus Primal himself. You got all the Prime Masters around, floating in the background. So yeah, that is pretty cool. So that is pretty much it for the packaging itself. So now we are going to bring down the camera a little bit so you can see the actual figure itself. So here is Punch-Counterpunch. Now, when I first saw the images of Punch-Counterpunch, I told myself, you know what, I gotta get this figure. It is a must-have, and it's definitely a must-have because Punch-Counterpunch is actually a pretty cool character from the G1 cartoon. Because I'm guessing in one of the in one of the final episodes of the G1 cartoon, we see Punch transforming into his Decepticon counterpart and infiltrating the Decepticon ranks, pretending to be a Decepticon, and that's pretty cool for a spy, for an Autobot spy. Even though he has a Decepticon counterpart, he's still loyal to the Autobot cause, so that is what is special about Punch-Counterpunch. So he's still an Autobot deep within. So yeah, you can see he definitely transforms into a blue car with some nice paint apps on the front of the vehicle. You have the red rims on the wheels, which looks really, really nice. You got red for the taillights, got some silver on this back window. You got the clear windows as well. A little bit of silver right here on the sides. You can see a little bit of visible head syndrome right here on the bottom of the car. It's nothing drastic. I mean, it's clever that they are trying to hide the face away, so yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, nothing much to it. It's not a whole lot of detail to this figure, so we're just gonna jump right into the comparisons to see how big this guy is. So I'm just gonna bring only one figure for comparison because I don't want to make this review too long for you guys. So we're gonna bring in Earthrise Wheelcheck so you can see how they scale with one another. So yeah, pretty much the same size. I mean, they're both deluxe class figures, so there you go. Okay, so he does include some accessories. One of the accessories that is pretty useless and useful at the same time is the Prime Armor. Now, if you remember in the Power of the Primes line, it was like the continuation of Combiner Wars, where the Deluxes and the Voyagers become, like, have combined modes, And this Prime Armor is basically a combined mode hand. So this can actually become a hand for your combiners, for your Deluxes. So I feel like this accessory is pretty much useless in a way because this figure does not have a combined mode whatsoever. It's kind of useless. I mean, it's useful as well because you can actually store this, put down the peg right here, you can actually store this on the vehicle itself. It's right here. And I mean, you can have like thrusters or something. I mean, I don't know. You can do that if you want to, but at the same time, it's kind of useless. So what I do is, what I normally do with this accessory, I just chuck it into my treasure box of useless Transformers accessories because, you know, yeah. So that is pretty much it for that Prime armor. I mean, yeah. I mean, the Prime armor does have this translucent piece right here. And this is not a Titan Master Connection, it's just a little blaster or something. So you can actually take this and plug it in there and have a little gun or something. I mean, if you want to. And yeah, and there is a little spot for a Prime Master. And speaking of Prime Masters, PUNCH-COUNTERPUNCH does come with one. So he does come with little Prima Prime. And yeah, it's a nicely done Prime Master. Now, paint wise, the head is painted, the arms are painted, the back has a little bit of paint right here for the symbol, but the rest is solid plastic. This is solid plastic, this is solid plastic. But yeah, but overall it's nicely done. It's a nicely done Prime Master. I believe this was used for Solus Prime's body right here, just that he does have a different thing on his back. So yeah, this is basically a repaint, slight remold of Solus Prime herself. So yeah, and do not call Solus Prime a male because Solus Prime is a female. So yeah, but this guy is definitely a male. So yeah. Now for me, Prima Prime is a Prime, so he's a good guy. So I'm just gonna put him in the Autobot collection. So yeah, he's an Autobot to me. So if you don't want to say he's an Autobot, sure, it's your opinion, go ahead. So yeah, but still, it's a nicely done little figure. He can actually fold in half right here, and if you want to be funny about it, you can actually take this and plug it into your Titans Return figures and have a ridiculous head going on there, because this kind of looks like eyes and a nose. So yeah. And you can actually plug this right here and have that going on if you want to. That's pretty cool. Or you can actually take Prima Prime. There are two little pegs right here, so you can actually take him and just plug him in. Just let him stand there on the vehicle, just watching. Yeah, that is pretty cool in my opinion. So we're just going to take Prima Prime and put him off to the side for now, and just take this and put this off to the side. And the one more accessory he comes with is his gun. So you can actually take his gun and plug it onto the top of the car, or there is a slot right here and there is a tab right here, so this can actually store underneath the car, and that kind of helps you cover the face a little bit more, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, and he does roll very smoothly. He rolls definitely very smoothly. So now we can actually take Punch Counter Punch and get down to the transformation itself. So the first mode that we're going to go with is the Autobot mode. So now the first thing you want to do is you want to take this back section right here, just split it in half to make sure that untabs right there. Just untap that, and this is actually pegged in super securely, so you have to be careful not breaking it. And it's super pegged in, super secure. There we go. Just untap that, and just rotate this around, rotate this down, just like so. Split his legs, and this is a really cool trick with the transformation for the legs. So just flip this in, fold that in, and just fold this forward like so, and there you have his leg all done. So that is pretty cool. So just fold that in, and just bring this forward, and there you have his legs all done. So let me raise up the camera a little bit so you can see what I am doing. So okay, there we go. So you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Can you see it? Can you see what I'm doing? There we go. So now you can take his arms and just untab them from the sides, untab them, and just untab it from there, untab it from there. Now before we do anything with the arms, we just want to take this whole section right here and just fold this in, fold that in, and bring that up like so. And the shoulders, these sections right here, just bring them down. There is a slot, there is a tab, so that would tab in like so. And there you have his arm all done. So the same thing on the other side. You just have to bring this down a little bit, so that will tab in. Just line that up, tab that in, there we go. So now, his head, you just have to move this piece up to reveal his face, and there you have Autobot Punch in his robot mode. So yeah, it's a pretty cool design. I do quite like his design for the robot mode. So let's get in closer so we can take a look at his head sculpt right here. It's kind of looks like an Optimus Prime head sculpt right there, but yeah, blue for the eyes, silver for the face. Looks pretty cool. You got the Autobot symbol on the chest. Yeah, nicely detailed. Got red for the hands. Got some red and silver on the thighs. Yeah, really nicely done. You come to the back here, you can see all the Decepticon counterpart stuff on his back. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So in robot mode, articulation is on the head. There is a ball joint, can rotate the full 360. And the shoulders are on the ball joint, they rotate a full 360. They move, you can use the hinge if you want to. And he can move out only a little bit. He does have a bicep swivel. He does have an elbow joint, about 90 degrees up bend. And he does have, he doesn't really have a wrist swivel, but the hands can actually move inward due to transformation. So yeah. He does have a waist swivel, which is really nice. The legs are on a ball joint. He can move up that far, he can move back that far. He does have a very stiff thigh swivel. Very stiff. And he does have a knee joint right here, which is nice. Really nice. No ankle tiltage, unfortunately. That is pretty much it for his articulation. So you can actually give him his gun. So you can give this figure his gun, and he can shoot like so. So yeah, that is a pretty cool looking robot mode in my opinion. One more thing that you can actually do with the robot mode, you can actually flip down this peg, and you can flip this down, and it reveals a port right here, so you can actually take the prime armor and plug it onto his chest. And personally, for me, I do not like that because it's just like a block on his chest, so I just leave this off to the side. You know, I just don't like how that looks. So we're just going to go through with the comparisons right now. So here is Punch with the Earthrise Deluxe Class Wheeljack, so you can see how they scale with one another. You can see Autobot Punch is definitely a little bit taller than Wheeljack, so yeah. So there you have that's going on. So I guess now it's time to move on to the other mode for Punch-Counterpunch, is the Decepticon counterpart. So I'm just going to take out his gun for a little bit here and there. So what you have to do is just spin, you have to flip this Autobot symbol down so you don't have to see it in his robot mode. So just spin him around just like so, and just flip that up to reveal the Decepticon logo. And just flip up that face and can reveal his red evil eyes. So now you have to open up this panel right here and just rotate his hands around to reveal the blue hands for his Decepticon counterpart, and reveal the blue hands by rotating it around like so. Now for the shoulders, have a different transformation. Just rotate this. You have to rotate this inward, so it's kind of very tight. So just bring that down like so, and there we go. So there we go. One side all done. Just untap that and just rotate it around. Just bring this down like so. That will click into place, and there you have Counterpunch in his robots mode. So yeah, he looks pretty cool. He looks pretty cool. Now the articulation is pretty much the same in his robot mode, so I'm not going to go through into the articulation, but there's one aspect where Hasbro actually made a mistake while making this figure. Now, if I just unplug his arm right here, you see this piece? If you see this piece, now originally this was actually flipped upside down, so the curve section right here was actually facing upwards, while the flat piece, the flat side, was facing downwards. Now that is the wrong what's that word? That is the wrong configuration for this piece. What you're supposed to do is you have to do a disassembling right here. You just have to, you know, just bring out this yellow piece a little bit because it's on a hinge right here. So you can actually take this. So once you just take this yellow piece and just bring that out, because this, okay, the head section right here is actually holding this section together. So you have to bring this out a little bit, and you bring a spudger and just stick it in there. You take this off, okay, and then you just flip it upside down so that the flat side is facing upwards, and just close it all up again, and it's all fixed up and ready. So, I mean, it's an easy fix. It doesn't take, you know, 1 whole hour to fix it. It just takes like a few minutes, like 1 or 2 minutes. So yeah, then you just take his arm and just pop it back in. So that is basically what you need to do to fix this figure once you get it unboxed. So yeah, unfortunately. So just a quick size comparison again. So here is Counterpunch with the Earthrise Deluxe Class Wheeljack, and again he is a little bit taller than Wheeljack himself. So there you have that. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on Power of the Primes Deluxe Class Punch-Counterpunch. Yeah, he's really a fun figure to mess with. He's a really cool figure, and I love the fact that you can actually take this guy to have become a Decepticon if he wants to, or if he can remain an Autobot as well. So that is a pretty cool concept, very cool, a really cool transformation. So yeah, it's kind of easy to get him from Autobot to the Decepticon counterparts, because, you know, the transformation is just, you know, spinning him around and doing a little bit more on the shoulders and a little bit on the hands and the face as well. So yeah, really cool figure. The only complaint that I have is that there's no way to put this on this guy, because he does not have a combined mode. He does not have a hand mode, so unfortunately you can't even use this. You can actually plug this on his, you know, on his hand for a handheld weapon, but that's just, no, that's really ridiculous. The prime armor as a plugging onto the chest, it just does not work for me. It just looks stupid. It looks silly, and no. I do like the addition of Prime. It's a pretty cool mini figure. So yeah, it can actually transform by folding in half, so that's pretty cool. Oh wait, hold on, I totally forgot something. I totally forgot to go through the articulation for this guy. So Prime, he does have a ball joint at the head. The arms can actually, you know, rotate almost all the way. He can move out a little bit. The legs are on the double hinge, so you can move up here, move back a little bit. You can move forward, move back. You can break his knees if you want to. So yeah, sorry, I totally forgot about that. But anyway, but yeah, Punch Counter Punch is a really cool figure in my opinion. So yeah, but here's the big question. Is he going to be in the Decepticon shelf, or is he going to be in my Autobot shelf? Well, I'm gonna make you decide. So if you decide Autobot shelf, then he goes on my Autobot shelf. But if you decide that he should be on the Decepticon shelf, on the Decepticon shelf, I will put him in the Decepticon shelf. I don't mind. I don't mind either way. But personally for me, I always put him in the Autobot shelf because he's loyal to the Autobot cause. So that's the reason why I put him in the Autobot shelf. So yeah. And yeah, so as far as ranking Punch Counter Punch from a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not really sure. Probably maybe a 9.5 out of 10. He's just, missing the combined mode because, Power the Primes Deluxes all have combined modes except for this guy, so that's unfortunate. So it would have been cool to have him have a combined mode for the usage of the Prime Armor as a hand. So yeah, but yeah, 9.5 out of 10 is not a bad score. So well done, Hasbro. You get 2 thumbs up from me just for that. So. And I think that is pretty much it for today's video. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are completely new to the channel, click that subscribe button down below so that you can, so that you won't miss any future reviews of new upcoming figures and old figures. And if you want to be notified on when the new video is released, you click the notification bell icon down below. And also, I would like to get you guys to comment down on the comment section below, because I would love to hear what you think about this video. Is it entertaining? Is it good? Should it be way better? Who knows? I'm just gonna let you decide, let you think, okay? I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to hear some comments from you guys. It will be appreciated from the bottom of my heart. So. And I think that is pretty much it for me to say. So there you have the Transformers Power of the Primes Deluxe Class Punch Counter Punch. And this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out.